Welcome, beautiful sisters, to our 8th session, our closing ceremony of Spring Qigong, where we are letting the dragon carry us. And the dragon is the bridge between the mundane and the mystical. The dragon so lovingly opens up our ability to perceive possibilities, and then the dragon turns its head and says, where is the biggest gap? What are you missing? And then it finds that missing piece, and it might be a missing piece or it might be a blocked piece, but it's something that you are not aware of. And the dragon turns its head and looks at it and points to it for your benefit. And in that case, the dragon revealed to me something very much missing. And it may seem unusual to some of you, but what was missing in my life, and what I believe is missing in many people's lives, when you hear over and over, they'll say some variation of something's missing. I don't have enough. I don't have what I need. There's some state of lack, and then there's some state of they don't belong. Something's missing and I don't belong, right? And from my perspective, one piece of that is the connection to the placenta and the umbilical cord and to the earth. And we in this session are going to reconnect with our ability to receive and allow nurturance and support and guidance and protection and safety and love. That baby in the utero simply has to just engage with life, simply has to say yes to growing, and the placenta continuously feeds and nourishes that beautiful being. And so as we are here at this moment, at the beginning of our practice, we're in a ceremony. As we are standing at the gate of our final practice, you are being greeted at the gate in the springtime. And as you look in through the gate into the garden, you see the tree of life. And you see all your areas in which you're cultivating and growing your life. You see the areas where you're pulling out weeds. You see the areas where you're reconstructing the beds. You see the areas that are in full bloom. The abundance and the creativity that's here, and the epic beauty that's here, right here in your life. And you are in this beautiful place, and at the gate question is simply, what needs to be laid down here or released so you can fully receive the abundance and love that's here for you? What needs to be laid down here so you can fully receive the abundance, nurturance, safety, and love that's here for you? And when you're ready, bringing your hands and feet together, and with a humble bow, laying that down, setting that aside for now. Setting that aside for now in such a way that it can be composted, transfigured, and transformed, so it can nourish. The very act of releasing is nourishing to Great Mother. That's what the placenta does. The placenta carries away that which is complete, what feels complete in you, so you can lay it down. Let the placenta carry it. And when you're ready, taking a few nice deep breaths to gently unfurl your spine and fill your body up with life force energy. As you say yes, as you emerge, rooted and expanded, unfurling your spine, aligning with the truth of who you are, aligning with your essence, aligning with your purpose, with your great love, with your contribution, aligning with your creativity and all your skills and talents that are unique to you, aligning to this bigger sense of possibility. And when you're ready, stepping across the threshold, and as you do, you're stepping into a field of support, a field of support. And this field is a relational field. It's about you and the other people in your life and the other beings in your life. And you can see them, and there's space for them, and there's you, and there's this field of reciprocity in between you and the other beings. You're stepping into a relational field of interconnectivity, a field of support and resources, a field of love. And so we're going to start with showering chi, as we always do. And as we feel this field, we're connecting to this magnetic quality of yin. As you're inhaling, you're drawing the earth up, and you're creating this container. This is our alchemical container we've been creating, and this is our closing ceremony. So you're really feeling that you're like pulling up the base of this container. And in this container, there's space for you and your shadow and your light and every other being that's going to help you self-actualize. So now as we're turning our hands over and unfurling, we're connecting to this energy, this power, this higher wisdom, this light, liquid light that transfigures in grace. And as we let our hands float down, we're allowing light, electromagnetic energy, light, and magnetism to merge inside our radiant vessel. And as we draw up this next task, we are connecting with our deeper, wiser, stronger, more mature resource self. And as we turn, we open to the possibilities of our creation. We open and we open ourselves and just simply receive what's here for you as it pours down through your body. Let's do this one more time in silence. Let the form teach you. Let's do this one more time as we're inhaling up. This is our closing ceremony. So we're gathering anything that needs to be completed here, magnetizing what needs to be completed here so that we can have this moment, this open spaciousness to complete for now. Have a feeling of integration. All right, so you can remember and collect all the parts and pieces. So you can bring them together and they become components that support your growth. Let's knock on the door of life. And as we do, we're warming up our spines. We are knocking on our kidneys. Our kidneys are the roots of our body. They are the waters of our body. They are the origins of our body. We're connecting this evening with the placenta. The placenta and kidneys are extensions of one another. And so we're just simply warming our body. We're opening ourselves up to have an extraordinary experience beyond our thinking mind that's deeply rooted in this practical body, this form, matter. But at the same time, we're opening ourselves and activating ourselves and warming ourselves to go on this journey. And we're bringing a lot of energy here. Go ahead and knock on our belly button and our Mingmen door of life. Bringing a lot of energy and attention and love and awareness here. And now we'll slap our liver, our sweet liver. Liver is usually not sweet. Liver is pretty angry and bitter, envious, and has a lot of growth. Sweetness isn't associated with the liver at all. Not this like vivacious aliveness of the liver that's willing to grow and see things differently. And releasing any frustrations. And releasing any need to like have figured something out or gotten far or achieved something. Liver would want to be really attached to what it achieved. We're going to let that go. And knocking on our heart and our lungs. Opening our heart. And clearing our lungs for any grief. A lot has come up in deep childhood and memories, and so there's a lot of letting go and releasing. So the courage to exhale and inhale, knowing after you exhale the breath will just come right back. If you want to make any sounds to cleanse and clear. And now when you tap on the top of your shoulders, you're tapping your gallbladder meridian. And this is the liver's paired organ, and it's helping you make good decisions, to think clearly, to clear your thinking mind, to lower your blood pressure. Make decisions. You're on a destiny pathway, right? You're aligning your mind and your heart and your body together. And we'll come back down. Come back down. You're aligning to your deepest desires. And you're bringing those desires into your body, into your roots. And you're planting yourself as a tree of life deep in. Bringing your hands down to your lower abdomen again. Knocking on your navel. and your pubic bone and your sacrum. And drop into water waves. And as you do, let this water just carry anything that's been released, just let it carry it away. Connecting you to the river of life. This is the umbilical cord, the red blood that flows through the cord, and also the amniotic fluid. The placenta creates fluid, creates amniotic fluid. It's quite the creator. Creates all the elements. So just simply letting this water of life flow to you and through you to bless you and bathe you, nourish you, cleanse you. And let this start to come gradually, gradually to stillness. Finding stillness, feeling your body in this present moment. We're just going to drop into the flow. So opening the flow, we're connecting to the placenta and our umbilical cord, and we're just going to open the flow. This is such a simple movement that does take a moment to synchronize with your breath and your mind. Essentially, all you're doing is letting your hands float up as you inhale, and like a wave, it just floats down as you exhale. So you're breathing. As you breathe in, your belly expands, belly, ribs, chest, as your hands float up. And then your hands float down as your breath lowers, chest, ribs, belly. Making this effortless and fluid. Opening the flow. When your hands float up and you breathe in, your hands float down as you breathe out. Your weight shifts toward your heels as your hands float up. Your weight shifts toward your toes as your hands float down. As you're breathing, becoming soft. You are entering into this co-creative experience with the energy all around you. You're in the present moment as your breath rises and falls, as you're tapping into this eternal wave, this pulsation of life. Really allowing your mind to be in your belly as you breathe in, and feeling how the breath rises up through your spine and flows down the front of your body. And you start to relax into this movement. So simple, and yet it harmonizes. It eventually becomes smooth and effortless. There's eventually a shift from when you're doing it to it working with you, moving you. You're dropping into this trance-like space with the flow of life. You're in a field of love and possibility. And all you have to do is simply breathe and receive. And the more you soften, the more you relax, the easier and more efficient it becomes. So now that we're starting to be into this flow, we are magnetizing support. We are allowing ourselves to connect to this field of nurturance and nourishment and protection, and we're engaging with life. So we're going to open the flow to the sixth direction. And so the next time your hands float up, you're inhaling. And then when you're ready to exhale, let your hands come to your chest as you push forward. As you exhale, you sort of squat down. Now you inhale, draw this energy back to your chest, to your heart, and now exhale, and your fingers roll outward. Your fingers are pointed, your hands are in your peripheral. You're connecting with this larger field. You're making contact with this larger field, with possibility and potential, with support. And now as you're inhaling, you're drawing it in, and you're just going to bring your hands facing each other at the forehead. And you, for just a moment, really sense and feel the energy in the palms of your hands and in your upper dantian, in your brilliant mind, with this expanded sense of consciousness, opening your perceptions, your intuition, higher knowing. And as your hands, just play with this for just a little bit. Right here, you can press your hands closer together, feel the energy in the palm of your hands. But also, as your hands pull apart, and you're gently pressing and closing, you can feel how this is influencing the energy in your head, in the center of your head. Brilliant. Your hands control energy. You know this. You can feel this right here. Bring your hands down to your heart. And now sense and feel how this field is different, similar but different. This is your middle dantian. This is all about your personal relationships here. Sensing and feeling how your hands are opening and closing and influencing the energy in your chest and your heart. And now down to your lower down chin, down to your abdomen, your cauldron. Sense and feel how this energy feels different. Each center has a different signature. We'll inhale up, our hands float up. Exhale, our hands float forward. Inhale back. Exhale out. Harness, connect, receive, draw in the nourishment, the bright ideas, the intuition, bringing it into your mind, into your heart, and now into your body. This is you aligning with the deeper truth, aligning with the higher order of the universe, aligning with like-minded, supportive people. Let's start to collect this energy into our body, and we're going to open the flow and do this as a flowing movement. Pressing forward as you exhale. Inhale back, out. This is you reaching out, and as you're reaching out, you're magnetizing the support. You're magnetizing the resources. You're magnetizing the skill. As you step into yourself as a powerful creator, we do not do this alone. No one is a powerful creator by themselves. They're in a field of relationships. They're in a field of resources, in a field of wisdom. And a lot of these relationships and resources are just right here. We just have to open ourselves to be in the flow and allow ourselves to make requests, to speak our needs, to identify our needs, speak our needs, recognize them, allow ourselves to receive them, embody them, integrate with them. I'm going to be silent as you practice this a few times. Let's do this one more time all the way through. Really feeling how you're creating that's like a magnetic, like how you're drawing, like you're becoming magnetic. Your needs and your desires, when you're rooted in power in your center, are magnetic. That movement really helps with that. Let's take this this chi ball circle here. You can play with your chi ball for a second. And what I really want you to do is I'm going to actually bring our feet closer together and bring your chi ball closer in, more in alignment. And you're going to hold this chi ball for a moment. And we're going to start to connect a little bit with this dragon energy that we've been nurturing and getting familiar with. Dragons love playing with chi, with energy, like pearl-like energy. So start to just whatever it means to you to connect with the dragon. For me, I start to just naturally undulate. My spine moves, my body starts to open and close. Like right now, I'm literally just playing. This is what I do, and I kind of connect with the dragon. I allow my body to open and close as I connect with this energy through the palms of my hands, and I start to activate and align my spine. And I give myself this like little permission to undulate, and there's this like sweet sort of mysterious beauty that starts to open up and awaken whatever is inside you. Let this hand, if you're playing with your chi ball, it's like small, and now let your hand grow to this bigger possibility and press it down and grow. And now the dragon, at least in my body, is starting to become present here, so I can create the universe. So what we're doing is you're making a chi ball, and you're going to shift to the one side, and you're condensing and you're curling down. This is your yearnings, your seed, your little piece, right? This little part of you, your pearl, this little practice, this small precious part of you. And as you're like connecting with it, it's bringing you in, curling in, almost like the fetus. Like tuck your head, curl your hands, kind of enter into this curled space. And then when you're ready, you're going to breathe and just start to unfurl your spine as you stand up, and let this chi ball come up to the universe. And you realize you're connected to something bigger. And as you turn and twist to the other side, I'm turning toward the right side, and I have toward the right side, and I have my right hand on top, and I curl down so slowly. I'm moving slowly because this is how my dragon's moving right now. And then I open up and I release this precious gift of my essence, my desires, my love, my hope, and my ability to stick to it. I release that out into the universe, and then I just naturally start to close and come back down and condense into my small little seed, my small little piece. Exhaling, and then inhale, I open up to life, and I release, and I co-create with the universe, this vast cosmos, and then come back down to earth, down to practical little steps, down to small micro movements. And then I release my desire. So you are co-creating. This form is called Dragon Creates the Universe. Just remember, lots of little, small, practical, grounded steps open up and lead to something truly amazing. So when you're thinking about your area of intention and what you're creating with the universe, Give yourself a moment to just play with the dragon as you co-create, as you come inside yourself and then emerge. And you're starting to magnetize to you all your resources, all your needs, all your desires. Creating the universe. And you're being asked, like, what are some practical little steps you can take to stay aligned with this co-creative process? What is the dragon drawing you in deep inside yourself to see so it can be released and let go of? We'll do this one more time on each side. And as your hands open up, go ahead and step out. And then let your hands float down. If you want to shake it out a little, you can. We're about to create universes. You got to shake things out and shake things up so you can have room in your body for the next best thing to come through. And since it's a closing celebration, closing ceremony, we can raise our hands and celebrate all that we've been through and celebrate the creations that we're creating. One more piece and then we'll connect to the placenta, but we're going to connect to the placenta right here like this. So standing your roots into the earth, your feet are a little wider than shoulder width apart, your knees are bent, your pelvis is dropped, top of your head is lifted, your shoulders are soft, your hands are embracing a tree, and we're going to bring our hands down holding this chi ball. They're round and generous. There's a sweet beauty smile on your lips. You're connecting now to this infrastructure of the tree of life, the lower, middle, and upper worlds. And so as you take a nice deep breath here, just inhaling and then exhaling into your center. And the space in between, that's when you turn. And now here, just drawing up life force nourishment up through your roots, up through your trunk, up through your branches to the top of your head, turning back to center, and then exhale out as you open. You've done this movement so many times. Returning to your structure, returning to your form. The space in between your breath is when you turn. And now as you inhale, tracing the liver meridians, tracing the gallbladder meridians, drawing this energy all the way up through your roots, up through your uterus, and up through all the way up to the top of your head and out. Smooth liver energy helps have smooth menstrual cycles and smooth life. So let's smooth this pathway out. Let's energize it and activate it as we harmonize this tree of life formation, this code. blueprint. Sensing into this tree of life and the wisdom that the trees have for you right now. How they're showing you how to stand, how to move, how to sway, showing you about resiliency, about how to travel between the realms. What gifts are the trees bringing you right now? As you're creating, you're like the tree, you're growing from the inside out. Or how are your roots? How are your branches? Does anything need to be trimmed away? Let's just do this a few more times, one time on each side, where you're really sensing and feeling how this energy of the tree will simultaneously run up and down, from the ground up, out, and down. Tracing this pathway as it lives in your energetic body. And now just briefly, we'll do this just a few times. Bring one hand, your right hand forward, and then turn to the left and open up as if you're seeing a friend, like you're hugging. Like, oh, I'm hugging you, I'm seeing a friend. So I'm not way twisted, but I'm just kind of twisted here. And now I'm opening my hand, and there's this vast vision, vast universe, and you're collecting this universe, and you are bringing it by your eyes, and you're bringing it into your mind through your eyes, and then you're bringing it through your heart, out through your hands, and out into the world. I'm going to step a little closer. Turn to the universe. Open yourself to the possibilities, to the vision that you're creating. So this is your destiny pathway. You're turning, you're saying yes, you're opening to it, you're receiving it, you're drawing it in through your center of your mind, in through your eyes, through your heart, out your hands, and out into the world. And you turn and look and open to all the invisible helpers, all the guides, all the guardians, and you're receiving their insight and input, and you're putting it to practice. And this is helping you generate and co-create with the universe. You're opening, collecting, receiving, sharing. This is your destiny pathway. And this pathway of growth will only be revealed once you start walking it. You do not know the steps until you listen, receive, and bring it in. And then right here, the step reveals itself. This is how you know what to do. Connect to the higher power as you're rooted in your center. Open, allow, receive, and do. There's no strategy here. There's no trying to figure it out all by myself. I'm in an open circuitry with the earth, with Gaia, with the universe, with my friends, with my family, with my teachers, with my body, and bringing it all here. This is your destiny pathway. And as we're completing this journey, we've been on quite the journey. And many of you have presenced, I'm on the path. Here's your path. Here we go. Just in silence, see what's coming through for you as you bring your intention out into the world and you take courageous steps. And here's where you have your eyes open and you see your eyes are wide open. This is not a blind leap of faith. This is not just waiting for something to come. No one's coming to fix or save. This is you opening up, receiving, and taking the courageous steps to live a life alive and one that's awakening. Eyes wide open, courage on your destiny pathway, on your pathway of creation. Last one. And now bringing your hands back to standing tree. I'm going to step back. And I want you to just really anchor into the pattern of the tree. Like see a tree, feel the tree in your body, feel your roots, your arms, your branches, feel your navel, feel your canopy, feel the sunlight and the breeze blowing across your skin and the light on your skin. Feel the stability of the earth. Feel how this energy is moving through you like water. Feel how you are water. And so now that you're in this place with this encoded of the tree of life, I think it would be a good time for us to sit down and to pick up your clay. You could stand if you want, but I'm going to sit down and pick up your clay. And we are going to go on a little journey. Now, if you have something that's already completed, just go ahead and hold that. Like I have mine completed. So you want to hold the clay in your hands. And I guess I'm going to sit back for you to see, but I'm just holding the clay. I'm actually going to put mine on my body. However you want to hold the clay in your hands. We're connecting with the clay, the earth, Gaia, this clay vessel, this dough. It's malleable. It can be formed and shaped. And now closing your eyes so you can turn inward. Bring your attention and awareness to your breath. And bring your attention and awareness to your navel as you start to breathe in and out. Your belly expands as you inhale. Your navel goes toward your spine and your pelvic floor rises as you exhale. As you're connecting with the clay and the dough in your hands, you're seeing that as your body, as form, as matter. And as you're breathing, connecting to this matter in your hands and your breath in your belly, bringing your awareness to your navel, your origin, the place you began. And now, as you're starting to breathe through your navel, simply allow the energy of your umbilical cord, the stump that's still your navel. Start to sense and feel into the energy of your umbilical cord. And just taking your time, allowing this relationship and this connection to your umbilical cord to start to form. And as this umbilical cord starts to form, you're breathing through the umbilical cord. And imagine as when you inhale through the umbilical cord, that you start to connect with the tree of life pattern within you. With each inhale, this pattern of your root, this pattern of your trunk and branches starts to reveal itself even more with each inhale. Like it's becoming illuminated or activated. And with each exhale, you're exhaling out through this tree of life pattern, through the umbilical cord, and it's going into the placenta. So let's take some time here to establish this connection, because when you're inhaling, energy is coming from the placenta into your tree of life pattern. And as you're exhaling, energy is leaving your body from your tree of life pattern through the umbilical cord into the placenta. And the placenta also has a tree of life pattern. And this placenta is in the womb of Gaia, the womb of the Great Mother. It's embedded in the void. You don't have to know beyond that. Just simply come to your breath and establish this connection of breathing in and out through the cord, receiving from the placenta. And as you exhale, you're releasing what is complete into the placenta in Gaia. And start to connect to what's passing through the placenta now. You don't have to fully understand it to sense and feel that this is incredibly nourishing and life affirming. That this is your unique pattern, your essence, and that you can release completely and you can receive and allow deeply. Simply allow yourself to receive the gifts of the placenta. On a profound cellular level, allow yourself to receive the gifts of the placenta at the cellular level, at the energetic level, and a mystical level. Into your body. Now this is your placenta. You have an opportunity now to reform, reshape, reconnect with your placenta as earth, as matter, as mother. As priestesses, we are here to remember that which has been rent asunder, to remember that which has been removed from us. This is your opportunity to remember the form, the physical form, recreate your placenta. And so now that you have this energetic imprint of the placenta and you're breathing in and receiving from the placenta, and you're exhaling and releasing from the very depths of your being what is complete. This is a very gentle and loving action here that most people pass lifetimes and never experience consciously as adults. We all experience this as infants. This is our first imprint of life. Our first imprint is to be protected and loved unconditionally and to belong. And so sense and feel if there's any part of you that's having a hard time allowing this to unfold. And if so, that's completely okay. Just noticing. So that you can receive the gift of the placenta. Now, if the placenta has a symbol, a message, a word for you, a gift for you, you're invited to remember it. And some of us in our circle have already created our placenta out of play, and some of us have not yet. So those that have created our placenta already, we're imbuing this placenta with this frequency, with this pattern. We're activating it and going deeper with the practice. And those that are going to form your placenta for the first time, you are encoding your clay with this imprint so that you will be able to reveal the placenta. It will reveal its shape to you. And in your own time, not in this circle this evening, you're invited to craft your placenta, to form it, to connect with it, to listen to it. And it should be big, about the size of a placenta. It should weigh a pound or 2 or 3. We want it to be representative of your placenta, your body, the presence. And you're going to bury your placenta somewhere in nature, ideally with a tree. And when you do, you will connect deeply with this moment right here, with the tree of life as it lives in you, as you connect with the earth and the tree of life that you're choosing to make your offering to. And you will open the earth and you will place your placenta as an offering to Gaia, to be held, to be nourished, to be supported and protected by Gaia, to be rooted and planted in a place. Now the placenta is filled with blood, filled with so much essential, important blood. Those of you that are menstruating, you can use your moon blood to anoint and to bathe your placenta in your moon blood. But those of us that may not be menstruating anymore, or if you share this practice with someone, or for some reason you don't have womb blood, I invite you now to pick up your glass, holding your clay and the earth, your placenta if you have it formed, staying with, now that you're holding this glass, my glass is beet juice. So we're going to transfigure this blood, this into blood. We're going to transfigure either wine, grape juice, hibiscus tea, beet juice into your moon blood. We're going to transfigure this in grace. So come back to your breath, breathing to your belly button as you're holding this cup, this vessel, coming back to the tree of life, energetic blueprint code as it lives in you. Breathing in, amplifying this blueprint in you. And some people, if you share this, they may not have a uterus anymore. Those that have uteruses, you can drop into your womb. Those that have had hysterectomies, drop into this space and connect to the tree of life. And breathe back through the umbilical cord, back into the placenta, into the body of Great Mother. And see how the tree of life lives in her. And bring your awareness back into your own body for now, into the tree of life pattern, and hold and stabilize that pattern so you can feel it. Your attention is stable in the pattern of the tree of life in your body and in your womb. And once you have that stable, now duplicate that pattern and imprint it, encode it into the liquid in your cup. Duplicate the pattern and imprint it into the liquid in your cup. And now sense and feel the tree of life pattern in your liquid and in your body. Hold them both. Stabilize your awareness in both patterns. And once you have that pattern, that frequency, whether you understand it or not, that's not important. Just that you have the concept stable. And now this liquid, once it's stable with your essence, your tree of life pattern, your essence, it has been transfigured to match your womb blood, to match your placental blood. So when you bury and plant your placenta as an offering, anoint your placenta with your womb blood. But for now, while we're in circle, we're going to, might as well have a sip of our medicine. I'm going to save some of mine to offer to the trees in this area, but I invite you to sip it as a culmination, as a sealing in, as receiving your own essence, your own love, your own power, and your ability to receive nourishment in all forms. I'm actually going to finish this. And so while you have received, you have embedded, encoded your clay, your dough, you have everything you need to create and to plant and to honor yourself, to plant yourself here. Plant yourself in the earth. And as we're completing, I originally was going to have us burn something before we pass through the gates. So if there's anything when you noticed within yourself when you were receiving, and if there was any part of you that had a hard time receiving, go ahead and put that on your paper so that you can release that to the fire. And we will close our circle. How's everyone doing? Oh, just really releasing it to the fire. This, to me, this fire feels real gentle. My fire is very gentle. I'm lighting some Palo Santo, a recent gift, offering that to the fire too. Like a little Palo Santo around us as a guardian. Palo Santo is also known as a guardian, just like the placenta known as a guardian. So as we're coming back to our circle, completing our ceremony, our long journey, been several months, as we're completing what wants to be shared, and then, what would like to be shared.